Im square upon 2 pi integration from 0 to pi 1 minus cos 2 theta d theta. Now integrating this term 1 minus cos 2 theta, we get Im square upon 2 pi integration of 1 with respect to theta is theta minus integration of sin 2 theta is sin 2 theta upon 2, put upper limit and lower limit. As I solve this term by putting upper limit and lower limit, upper limit is pi and sin 2 pi, again it is a 0, and for a 0 it is become 0. So here value is pi will be cancelled. So I get value I square equal to Im square upon 2. So it my mean square value. Now I want to find out mean square value. So I RMS equal to under root of mean of square of instantaneous value of current, which I get earlier, and it is Im square upon 2. So taking out the square root, I get Im upon root 2. I RMS equal to Im upon root 2. It is my complete derivation for alternative quantity of current. I RMS is equal to Im by root 2. Similarly, we can design or we can get value of V RMS equal to Vm upon root pi. 1 upon root pi is normally is equivalent to 0.707 value of maximum current. So it is a 0.7% value, or we can say it is a 70% value of our maximum current or any AC quantity. So it is a complete derivation for a 7 mark. If anytime asked, then we give go with the definition, and we have to give the complete derivation, then we can get a full mark. Okay, next is a example. A series circuit consisting of 100 ohm resistance and a capacitance of 50 microfarad is connected to 200 volt and 50 hertz supply. Determine impedance, power factor and voltage across the resistor and capacitor. So few data is given here. R equal to 100 ohm, C equal to 50 into 10 raised to minus 6, voltage is 200 volt and frequency is 50 hertz. So we have to find out first capacitive reactance. Now capacitive reactance Xc is given by 1 upon 2 pi f into C. So as we put the value of 2 pi, frequency is 50 hertz and capacitance value is 50 into 10 raised to minus 6, and after solving we get 63.66 ohm. Now next value is impedance. Now impedance of this series RC circuit is given by the equation under root R square plus Xc square equal to, if I put 100 ohm square plus 63.66 square, I get 118.54 ohm. Next value is current. Current is directly given by voltage divided by impedance. Voltage is 200 volt divided by the impedance value 118.54. We get 1.688 something value. So we convert it into the 1.69 ampere. Next is power factor. Power factor is given by the equation cos phi is equal to R upon Z, where value of R is already given is 100 ohm upon Z is impedance, again it is a 118.54. By dividing we get 0.84. Here power factor is positive, means circuit is leading, or power factor is leading. Now last determine two value is voltage across the resistor and capacitor. So V is equal to I into R gives the voltage across resistor, 1.68 value of current into value of resistor 100. We basically get 168. Here one mistake, 169. So we get 169 volt, and Vc equal to I into Xc. So 1.69 into 63.66, we can get 107.5 volt. So simple calculation and we get a 7 mark. Okay, next question. A coil is connected to 200 volt and 50 hertz supply. The coil carry a current of 10 ampere and consume a power of 1000 watt. Find its resistance, inductance and impedance. So let's draw one figure and understand all its value. Projector please. Here one coil is connected with supply. Now value of coil is 200 volt and 25 hertz frequency. It carries a current of 10 ampere. It consumes power of 1000 watt. Find out its resistance, its inductance and impedance value Z. So first we go with the equation of power. Power P equal to I square R. Now we want to find out the resistance. So P upon I square. Now put the value of power is 1000 divided by current value 10 ampere square. So we easily get the answer of current is resistance is 10 ohm. So we determine our first value. Now for second value we have to go with XL. Now as we know that XL equal to 2 pi FL. So I can find out my inductance using this equation, but I can't have value of XL. To determine the value of XL, we simply put here voltage divided by current. So I get 200 volt and divided by current is 10. I get simple answer is 0 is cut out and 20 ohm. Now put this value in given equation. XL is equal to 2 pi FL, hence L equal to XL upon 2 pi F. So value of XL is 20 upon 2 pi. and put the value of frequency which is given already, it is a 25. So we can get 0.127 Henry of inductance. So we get our second answer. Now for third answer, we have to find out the impedance. So it is a simple LC circuit or RL circuit. So R square plus XL square. Value of R is 10 plus value of XL is 20. So after solving this equation, we get 22.36 ohm. So very simple answer and simple calculation, we get all this answer. Okay. Now question number 3. Derive an expression for the equivalent capacitance when the capacitors are connected in parallel and series. Question for a 6 mark. So first understand what is capacitor. A capacitor is a device that stores electric charge between two plates. So two parallel plates are separated by some distance with a dielectric material is known as a capacitor. Figure indicates that is a two plates are parallel, they are separated with some dielectric material. It may be mica, paper or air. It forms one capacitor. Capacitor stores charge. So we can give one equation of charge. Q is equal to C into V. How much charge stored across the capacitor? It given by the equation Q equal to C into V. Capacitance is measured in the unit of Faraday. It denoted by the capital F. Now go for connection. Parallel connection of capacitors. In figure, here two capacitor C1 and C2 are connected in parallel with voltage source V. So add the charges of the capacitor. When the capacitors are connected in parallel, the charge delivered by the voltage source are given separately to the Q1, C1 and C2. So across the capacitor C1, charge Q1 is stored. Across the capacitor C2, charge Q2 is stored. So the total charge is Q equal to Q1 plus Q2. As we have seen earlier, we replace equation. Q is replaced by C into V. So here parallel plate capacitance is written like CPV equal to C1V plus C2V. Now taking the V common from this side, we get CPV equal to V C1 plus C2. V is common on the both sides, so it is cancelled. Hence we get the parallel total capacitance equal to C1 plus C2. So if two capacitors are connected in parallel, then equivalent capacitance is find out by the summation of the given value. Cp is equal to C1 plus C2. If more capacitors are connected, then equation is extended C1 plus C2 plus C3 and so on up to the Cn value. Okay. Now series connection. In figure, there two capacitors C1 and C2 are connected in series with the voltage source. So all the capacitors in series store the same charges regardless of their capacitance, but the voltage drop across each capacitors are different. So the voltage drop across the capacitor C1 is given by the value V1 and voltage drop across the charge C2 is given by the V2. So here voltage drop across each capacitor is given by the equivalent value V. So we write down here V equal to V1 plus V2. So as seen previous, we also replace the value. Q is equal to V equal to Q divided by CS equal to Q upon C1 plus Q upon C2. So as Q is common in the both term, we take outside, and Q on the right hand side and left hand side are equal, so Q term will be discarded. So finally we get the equivalency capacitance equation is 1 upon CS equal to 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2. If we having the more number of capacitor, then equation is extended up to the n value of the capacitor. Here prefix S is used for denoted as a series capacitance. So for a 6 mark, it is enough to write down the both figure and the equation. Okay, next question number C. 3 resistor 10 ohm, 20 ohm and 30 ohm are connected in parallel across 240 volt supply. Calculate current through each resistance and total current, power dissipated in each resistance. Question for a 4 mark. So here 3 resistance are connected in parallel. R1 is 10 ohm, R2 is 20 ohm, R3 is 30 ohm and voltage is 240 volt. So first we find out the equivalent resistance. The equation for the find out equivalent resistance in parallel is 1 upon R equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. So 1 upon 10 plus 1 upon 20 plus 1 upon 30. By solving the equation, we get the equivalent value of the resistance is 5.4545 ohm. Now as I get the value of resistance, I find out the current through the each resistor. So I1 equal to V upon R1. So current flowing through the first resistor is 240 divided by 10 means 24 ampere. Similarly for current I2, V upon R2, 240 divided by 20 we get 12 ampere, and similarly current I3 equal to V upon R3, 240